pre-season and you don't go and do something stupid and overstretch, and you're mindful of those kind of things, but you're not thinking about injury or anything. You're going out and just playing with the freedom to win the game.
Obviously, there's penalties at the end of this, just like there was at the end of the game last time against Arsenal in New York. We beat them twice that day. Robbo, like Danny was saying there, when you're on the pitch and the game starts, even if it's a friendly, does that competitive spirit just take over and you want to win the game?
Of course it does, because what you get out of these games is your fitness, but you can also get a lot of confidence, and that's what some of our lads need. A good confidence if they can win this game, and then you go to the next game and hopefully you run this to it and you don't get beat, and that's really important to the players.
Danny, talk to us a bit about conditioning and what that actually means at this level, because the season didn't finish that long ago, but we know that during pre-seasons players don't play 90 minutes sometimes till right to the end, and some players don't do a full 90 minutes. So what's actually happening in terms of the body?
I think this part of the year for any football team is the most important. You're getting a bulk of work into your body of an intensity that, is to build up to start the season. Once you're up and running and the games are going, then your body's used to the rigours that come with it week in, week out football. But it's the build-up process and how you're loading, basically. You're doing things that you won't get to do in the season. The weights work, the body conditioning work. That's the sort of thing you can get in now, and then in the season you're sort of just topping up bit by bit. So it's why it's so important, even for injury prevention.
Rob, I imagine it's changed a lot since you played.
To a certain degree, because like pre-warm-ups and everything are a lot more intense, where the lads do more or less 2 warm-ups before they go into the session. We always did sort of warm-ups and then you go into it, and what Alex always wanted was high intensity. Well, it wasn't long periods, but he wanted high intensity, which the lads used to give him. But then warm downs wasn't really part of the game in them times. You just went in, got a shower or soaked in the bath for a bit, and that was your warm down.
That sounds very pleasant. I honestly thought you were going to say you just go to the pub.
No, we weren't that bad.
So we can see some of the fans now. What do you think they should be expecting today? Because people never know, I think especially like out here in America, what to expect from pre-season. They might be surprised by the number of substitutes, for example. They might not know there's going to be penalties at the end, regardless of the score.
Well, I think what they want to see is exciting football. And hopefully Arsenal and yesterday's game, where it was a really good game to watch. The penalties, I think that's a razzmatazz of the USA, and that's for a bit of fun for the fans.
Do you see it as a good practice, though? Because there are points in the season where you could have games, like we had it in the FA Cup semi-final, where you go to penalties.
Yeah, of course you can. And you look at England in the Euros, and you could see that they're mentally prepared for penalties, and they did well in penalty shootouts. And so you do have to practice and get that on board.
Arsenal's previous pre-season game on the 24th on Wednesday, the day we flew out here for this one.
I think it's similar to us. You can look at our Rosenborg game and say it didn't go so well, but did we learn from it in the Rangers game? Yes, we did. And this is another one where we've both not had immaculate pre-seasons in terms of results, but are we going in the right direction? Yes, we are, and I think they are as well. So it's here ready to be a good game.
Okay, right, speaking of a good game, something very exciting is happening in September, and Robbo knows all about it. Of September this year. You can buy your tickets right now. The man sitting in the dugout from Manchester United will be the man stood next to me right now. Robert, how excited are you to get to do things like this?
Yeah, it's great getting all the players together, preparing them. The lads love playing in these games, so it should be a good game because Celtic will probably be about 20,000 down. So it should be a good weekend.
We just saw in that little clip there genuine legends of our football club that are going to play. Some of them, like Dimitar Berbatov, is still in extraordinary shape. Will still do the same amazing things he did with us. I'm thinking, yeah, I could probably get to that.
Yeah, well, it's a great weekend for them. You know, it's International Week, and so they can go to Old Trafford, really enjoy the game. It's sort of like a party day, and so people can just go and enjoy the day with the kids. So yeah, it's terrific.
Certainly is. Just a quick reminder, if you're watching on Facebook or YouTube, you need to subscribe to MUTV to watch the actual game. We've got all of the tour games coming up and then lots of great stuff throughout the season, so you should do that, otherwise it will just stop, I assume. Danny.